Hello everyone, this is Bernice here at the Napping Mouse, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I made tags throughout the year. I've got pretty much of a formula that I use just to make the basic tags, and it'll be the 2x4, and you will be able to create 18 of the 2x4 tags from one sheet of the 12x12 paper. And also you can create the inserts that go in the back of the tags, or the lining that go in the back of the tags, so you're able to write any message that you want for that. And I'll just show you a basic simple one, but as you can see, I've done some of the Christmas, and I've done Valentine's, and also I've done just like some fun little ones, and I do this throughout the year. Okay, but this is like the basic, let's say recipes of me creating these little tags over here. Okay, so what you'll need is one sheet of 12x12 double-sided paper. You will need 2 sheets of, and I have this one over here that was part of my stash, so this is going to be used as an example. And then you'll also need 2 8.5 by 11, like a solid white or a solid light color. This will be your lining, and this particular one is from Waste Not Paper, and this is called, this is in soft white. And you can see it is not as flimsy as a copy paper. It's a little bit thicker, but not as thick as cardstock. So yeah, this is perfect paper right here. You'll need also a hole punch, some scissors, a trimmer, some glue, and then you'll also need twine, which this is 12-inch twine right here. And then also, let me move that out. And then also some kind of ribbon, a 6-inch ribbon, and I'll show you how I do that later. But this is kind of the same process that I use for all of my tags. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do, okay, I'm going to actually show you how I do first the tags itself. So you see, this is pretty much a formula. You can stop the video or take a snapshot of this however you want to do. And the first thing I do, that if the particular 12x12 has some kind of image that you just want to make sure that you're on the top, the first thing that you'll do is turn it to the side and cut it at 4 inches 2 times. Okay, and then you'll get the 3 pieces. After that, you will go ahead and cut it at 2 inches, take 1 piece, and then at the 12-inch side, you will cut it at 2 inches 5 times, okay? And then repeat for both pieces, and then you'll have your 18. So I'm going to show you how I do that now. I will get my trimmer, and this trimmer is an old one. I found this, and I really like using it still, but this is no longer available from Stampin' Up, but it is a Stampin' Up. So let's just say that this here is the top, and I'll just write top over here. I'm going to turn it to the side and first cut it at 4 inches 2 times. Okay. Whoops. Let's start from here. I think my blade is kind of going bad here. So then you'll see I've got the 3 pieces, and so I'll take one of the piece, and I will cut it at 2 inches. And I will do that 5 times. This here, I've used it to make birthdays, you know, birthday tags. I've used it for, as you saw, the Halloween, or excuse me, not the Halloween. Well, I have used it for Halloween, but I meant to say Valentine. For Valentine's Day. I'm now doing it for Christmas, so keep on the lookout for that, because I'll be filming some of my Christmas tags that I've created. Oops, I'm sorry, this keeps moving. It wants to slide all over the place. But this is a great go-to, because I've kind of created like an assembly line when I do this particular tags, and I'll have it ready instead of being in a hurry to create them. You know, sometimes you want to create your own DIY anything in paper crafting, but when you're in a hurry, it's not fun, and you want it to make it fun. So, or at least I do. I want to enjoy the process. Okay, so there we go. So now I have all 18 tags here. Okay, Then let me set my trimmer aside for a second because we'll go ahead and finish the tag. The next thing that I want to do is create the sides over here. Now, if you don't have a particular tag punch, that is okay. I will show you a way of doing this. I kind of just eyeball it, so I cut it at an angle first, and then I take the angle that I just cut, that piece that I just cut, and put it to the other side, and then use that as a template to create the other angle on the left side. And it's pretty much okay. Okay, yeah, pretty much. There you go. And then this then becomes my template for the rest of the tag. I'll go ahead and hole punch this in the center like that. And then this becomes the template for the rest of my tags here. And I grab a few that I can handle, and I'll wait to hole punch that. I grab like 3 at a time because, you know, paper tends to move, and so you kind of want it to hold still. But it really just depends on the thickness of your cardstock as well. And you can see all of this great confetti I am creating by doing this. Okay, oops, there you go. I love creating tags, and I've never done that ATC. I've never been a part of that, but that sounds like a lot of fun. And I know that normally those are bigger tags, but I don't know. It just sounds like a lot of fun. And it's a great way of using your scraps too when you go to embellish it. Okay, let's see. See if I could just get this out of the way. Okay, it helps sometimes if you put like a big clip or something, but this will be just as fine. Okay, so now I can go ahead, and if you want to save this later as your template for the corners and the hole punch, yeah, that'll be a great idea too, so you always have that. But I kind of like to create kind of like as I'm doing the project, so that won't, I never save the template itself. I usually just create it as I create the next set of tags. Okay, let's see, that was a little tight. Okay, and if you have a crocodile, this would be great to use, because then you can do all of the tags at the same time, and save, that would save time as well, and your wrist also. Okay, so I kind of little screwing, well, the hole is getting to be a little bit bigger on that, but that's okay because the ribbon, once I thread the ribbon through this hole, it will camouflage it. Okay, so I've got these tags here. I will set this aside for now. Okay, and the next thing that I'm going to work on is the lining. So you will get, for this one over here, what I did was get the 8.5 by 11 lining, and at the 8.5 side we are going to cut it at 3 1/8 2 times, and then this piece here will be your 2 1/4 by 11. You're going to cut that at 1 1/4 and then set that aside. Okay, and then the strips here, strip 1 and 2, you're at the 11-inch side. You are going to cut it at 1 3/4 6 times. Any scraps that you have, save it for another project, or you can save it for the project that you're probably working on, and then just, it would be great to stamp some little sayings or write somebody's name down, or however you want to use it. Okay, and then the strip 3, which is the 2 1/4, or excuse me, the 1 3/4 by 11, at the 11-inch side, you're going to cut it at 3 1/8 3 times. Now, for this particular recipe, you will get 15, so that's why I said you'll need 2 of the 8.5 by 11 inches. And a lot of you are wondering, well, why am I not using a 12 by 12 to create the lining? And it's because of the thickness of the 12 by 12 is usually thicker than the paper like this, the 8.5 by 11 inch text over here. Okay, so at the 8.5 side, we are going to cut it at 3 1/8, and we're going to do that 2 times. Okay. That's strip 1 and 2. I'll set that aside for now. And then this is strip 3. And then this is at what, 2 1/4 right there. We are going to cut this at 1 3/4. Okay. And then this is the strip I was talking to you. You can use that for another project. Okay. So now in strip 1 and 2, so I'll take this and at the 11-inch side, I'm going to cut it at 1 3/4 6 times. Oops. Okay. I hope you can see that. Sometimes I tend to move around a lot during my cutting, only because my mat here can be slippery on my table. So I do apologize for that. But yes, so, and I will get this here, my last piece, and then this is scrap right there, so I can set this aside. And then you go ahead and repeat it for the second piece, which I'm not going to do it for time purposes, but I mean, it's the same thing as the first one, so I'll set that aside for a later use. And then this is the 1 3/4 by 11, so at the 11-inch side, I am going to cut it at 3 1/8, and I will do that 3 times, okay? 3 1/8, and then this is scrap right there, okay? So now I'll have that 15, and then I will get one of my tags, and let me get that pretty, a nice looking piece. So let's say this is the front. We're going to turn this to the back, and normally the back has also sayings or images or however, but you're not able to write on it, and if you do, no one will be able to see it, and so that's why we create this lining and ignore this part over here. But what we'll do is we'll get some glue, and I'm actually going to use this adhesive, and this is from Scrapbook Adhesive. It makes it quick and easy, so I'll run it through here, here, and here. You don't have to go overboard because this is a very lightweight. And then what I do is put this down, making sure that I have about 1/8 of an inch on, well, it's a little crooked, but on the left and right, and also the bottom side over here, okay? And this is a little bit crooked, but you get pretty much the idea. So let me put this away. And then the last thing that I want to do, and where did I put my ribbon? Here it is. Okay, so then what I do is I'll take my ribbon here. This is my 6-inch ribbon, or a 6-ish inch ribbon. I will thread it through the hole, and then making sure that the top is even. And then I'll get my twine, and most twines tend to unravel at the ends, and so I'll go ahead and tie a knot to avoid it unraveling. And quite frankly, I like it when it does ravel because it kind of looks like a tassel, and I just think it looks sweet that way. You know, it's like an unexpected surprise. Okay, this is fighting with me a little bit. Okay, but there we go. Okay, so then we're going to put the twine underneath the ribbon, and if you want to, this is a great way, get a clothespin to keep the ribbon in place right there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and tie a knot, well, this particular knot did not want to come unloose, but normally when you tie ribbons, the knot that you just made tends to come unloose. So just take each piece and then of the twine, each end of the twine, and put it to the other side. That will stay, and then go ahead and tie another knot to secure it. And then you'll get your scissors, trim off the edge, and that is it, folks. This is for just the basic 2x4 tag. So soon I'll be creating more tags, and I'll have this particular in the link of the other tags. Okay, all right, well, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to do so. And also please subscribe and share, and if you did like this video, please hit that like button, and let me know what you think. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.